So guys, there are two ways of opening the airway. One is head tilt and chin lift, and other is jaw thrust. So how do I do head tilt and chin lift? So I am on the head end of the victim. Take one hand, put it on the forehead of the victim, and I press it downward with this one hand. And I take my other hand, put it below the lower jaw, grasp the chin with thumb and the index finger, and pull it forward. Pull it forward. So this is head tilt, chin lift. Okay. In this, there is movement on the neck joint. Okay. So in trauma victim, the trauma victim who has gone into cardiac arrest, this maneuver should be avoided. In them, we have another way of opening the airway, that is jaw thrust. For jaw thrust, I have to stabilize, keep the head in a neutral position, stabilize both side of head with both of my palm, and I have to put my thumb on the near the lower jaw, fingers on the angle of jaw, all the other fingers on the angle of the jaw on the bony part, and I have to protrude the mandible forward and open the oral cavity of the person. Protrude the mandible forward. So this is jaw thrust. This is jaw thrust. Okay. This is head tilt, chin lift, and this is jaw thrust. Okay. This is jaw thrust. And in jaw thrust, head is in neutral position. The movement of head is not there. So in trauma victim, this is a preferable maneuver. So these are the two maneuvers by which we open the airway. Now for a cardiac arrest victim, we have, how do I give breath? After opening the airway, we can give breath by mouth to mouth breathing, mouth to mask breathing, and bag and mask breathing. Three ways we can give. Okay. So let us first discuss how do we give mouth to mouth breathing to a trauma victim. Okay. So what do? Let's say I have to open the airway of the patient. So head tilt and chin lift. I open the airway with head tilt and chin lift. Okay. And by the same hand, I can pinch the nose and I open the airway, pinch the nose like this. So I am doing a head tilt. I am pinching the nose with this hand only, and with my other hand I am doing a chin lift, that this has opened the airway. Okay. And then I will take my mouth. If I have reservations and if I have a, let's say, a tissue in my pocket or maybe a handkerchief in my pocket, I can try to cover the oral cavity of the victim, right? But if I don't have and I want to give mouth to mouth breathing, how do I give it? I pinch the nose of the victim and I create a seal with the victim's mouth like this. And my eyes are on the chest, right? I create a seal. Guys, my eyes are on the chest for the movement of the chest, whether I've been able to give the adequate ventilation to the victim or not, whether there is a movement of the chest or not. Now, very important is that if I am unable to, when I am giving the breath to the victim, and if there is no chest movement, then breath is of no use, right? Then again I have to reestablish the opening of the airway, right? Maybe I have not opened the airway properly. So again I will put my palm on the forehead of the victim, right? And I will pinch the nose with my thumb and index finger. With my other hand, I will put all the fingers on the lower jaw and I will lift the chin upward, right? I will lift the chin upward. Take a normal tidal volume. I will not take a deep breath. Deep breath you don't have to take. You have to just take normal tidal volume breath. So I will take a normal tidal volume, create a seal, give a breath, just adequate breath for a just normal chest rise. And always your eyes while giving the breath should be on the chest to see whether there is a chest rise or not. Guys, I don't have to over ventilate the victim. I don't have to give a very high tidal volume to the victim. I don't have to give unnecessarily breaths to the victim, because when you give a breath, then a positive pressure is generated in the chest, which will again impede the venous return to the heart, and cardiac output will be affected. So there would be perfusion will be affected. So high quality chest compression also comprises of one more point, that is adequate ventilation. We don't have to over ventilate. Over ventilation will do two harm. Number one, it will cause gastric insufflation and second, it will have a deleterious effect on the perfusion. So it will have a deleterious effect on the perfusion. So we have to give just adequate ventilation. So this was mouth to mouth ventilation.
Prep Clinic. Dream Beyond.